Hello students, welcome to English grammar lesson of model auxiliaries part 2. In the previous video of model auxiliaries part 1, we have discussed about few of the modal verbs. In the part 2 video, we will continue with the other modal auxiliaries and I explain it with its uses and with the example. Our next modal verb is shall. Shall is used to denote simple future time in the first person I and we, as we shall be going to Hyderabad next week. Shall is used in the second and third persons to express promise or give command. He shall get his money by tomorrow, I assure you. Shall is used to express in questions, offers or suggestions. You look tired. Shall I make a tea for you? So these are the examples showing future tense, promise or give command for asking questions or offers or suggestion by using modal verb shall. Our next modal verb is will. Will is used in the second and third persons. You, he, she, they, it to express simple future time. Will we use for showing willingness. For example, I will certainly do it for you. Will is used to express determination or promise. For example, I will call you as soon as I reach Kochi. We also use modal verb will for polite request. Will you join us for dinner? Will we also used for expressing future time. For example, will you see me tomorrow? Next modal verb is should. Should is the past form of shall. It is used to express duty or moral obligation in all the three persons. For example, you should replace the detective laptops. Or we should obey our parents. People should be gentle and fair. Or you can use you can say that this is a costly sari, it should look beautiful. So these are the examples where we can use, or we can use should where we want to show the obligation. Next modal verb is would. Would is the past form of will. Would is used to express polite request, habitual action in the past or probability. For polite request, where we use modal verb would, example is, would you mind helping carry these books? Or would you shut the window please? Or you can say, would you lend me your bicycle for an hour? For next, habitual action in the past, the example is, when Adit was a small child, he would eat all the vegetables. Now he is very fussy. For, another example for habitual action, every morning he would go for a long walk. Or after eating food, he would take rest for an hour. For the next use of word, that is probability, example is, that would be the milkman. He normally comes at this time. So these are the uses of should and would. Now next modal verb is must. Must is used for all person in the present and future tenses. Must has no infinitive and no past tense. It is followed by the infinitive without to. Must is used to express obligation. Example for showing obligation, you must stand up when the national anthem is played. Another example we can take, you must obey your parents, you must go to school in time. Must is used for necessity or compulsion. For example, you must telephone your mother immediately, or you must answer all questions. You must return by the evening. Must is also used for probability. For example, the ground is slippery, it must have rained. So these are the uses of must. Now next modal verb is ought to. Ought to is usually followed by to and an infinitive. It does not change its form so that the third person singular form does not end in s. It can be used as a present, past or future tense. So where we use ought to, that is in obligation. Mostly we use ought to in obligation. For example, we ought to leave soon or we will miss the train. We also used ought to expressing what is right and sensible thing. For example, we ought to exercise daily. We use ought to when we believe strongly. For example, the Indian team ought to win. We use ought to for emphasizing how good, impressive or unusual something or someone is. For example, you ought to meet his elder brother or you ought to see their new house. Ought to is used when we realize that we did not do the right thing in the past. For example, she ought to have taken the money or you ought to have listened to my advice. You should note one thing. Must is a stronger form than ought to. Ought to is used to express the subject's obligation or duty, but it indicates neither the speaker's authority as with must, nor an outside authority as with have to. The speaker is only reminding the subject of his duty. Beside this, he is giving advice or indicating a correct or sensible action. Ought can be used in exactly the same way as should. For example, you ought to or you should obey your parents. So these are the modal verbs and their uses. That's all for today. If you have any query related to this topic, feel free to ask. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.